our biggest reason to exist is closing the gap on conversion rates. So if you had to summarize it, and this is Visa's data, on average, after 25 years of e-commerce, if 100 people try to hit buy, we as an industry only let through about 85 to 88%.
Really?
And the reason for that is we're all overcompensating for the fear of fraud, but average intrinsic fraud pressure is 1%. So good traffic that gets declined is somewhere between 11 and 14% of transaction attempts.
And Indy, why is that? Because I know something that we learned on the last time we interviewed someone else at your company, Bennett. There was a startling realization that I had in that podcast that neither Anna and I knew, which was that generally speaking, the retailers in an online situation are liable for the fraud. Mm-hmm. And so therefore, so if you can speak a little bit about that, because I think it's important for everyone to realize that, because not everyone might be up to speed on that. And so hence there's the proclivity, like you said, to, take precautions or maybe be overly cautious on the amount of traffic that you're letting through to convert on your website, right?
Yeah. And, certainly for our audience today at grocery shop, which as a category is newer to e-commerce, that shift is not well understood oftentimes. And it's a big deal in what's historically been a low margin business, which we'll talk about. But long story short, any card not present transaction, which is all digital commerce and, by the way, all phone orders, because the retailer chose to accept a card not present transaction, it's on them if it ends up being fraudulent. That is not the case for a physical card swipe or tap in an in-store point of sale checkout.